Oh, goody.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Zombies here again, and today we're back with another Mercenaries video. So today we got some patch notes. This patch is going to be dropping very shortly. By the time this video is out, it may already be out. I'm recording this at, 12:15. Patch usually goes out at 1, so should be out very shortly. And there's a lot of stuff in these patch notes. Basically, I'm going to be skipping over all the standard stuff, all the battlegrounds, all the other stuff. We're just going to look at the merc stuff, but there's a lot of other stuff if you want to see that, so I'll leave the link to the patch notes in the description. But we got some mercenary changes, so we're going to take a look at those. No nerfs, but we did get some buffs, so let's take a look at those. Alexstrasza, Dragon Queen's Gambit going from 2 cooldown to 1 cooldown. This is a fantastic change. It never should have been 2 cooldown. It was almost always unplayable because of that. And it made Alex way worse than she should have been. So, awesome change. Lich King, Death Coil, going from 1 to 0 cooldown. Another awesome change. I like this change. Should make Lich King a bit more viable. Yu'lon. This is probably my favorite change of the whole the bunch here. Yu'lon Jade Flame Buffet going from 1 to 0 cooldown. That is insane. We can do Jade Flame Buffet on turn 1, and we can do it every single turn if we want. That is a lot of HP, and more importantly, that shuts down Valeera properly, like it was always meant to do. So this is really, really a big one. It also means you can blast Valeera with his skill 1 more easily because she won't be in stealth. So that's a huge change. That's actually, I think, the biggest change out of the bunch, and it really should give dragons a bit more support, and the Alex change helps with that too. We will take a look here. Tide Mistress Athissa, Wave Crush going from speed 7 to speed 6. Probably a more minor thing, but we'll take it. And then she also got Riptide going from 2 cooldown to 1 cooldown. I'm just gonna look at what Riptide is again because she's a new merc, so I don't remember all of her abilities off the top of my head. Let's see. This she's the red Naga. Okay. So Riptide, that is deal 10 damage to an enemy. After an enemy attacks his turn, repeat this damage. Nature, 3 speed. So no cooldown on that is really awesome. I think that's really great. Should make this character more viable, and yeah, I like it. Also, the Wave Crush going to 6 speed. That's fine change. I dig it. Rexxar got some stat increases. Rexxar got an additional 10 HP. That's pretty cool. Rexxar hasn't seen a lot of play in a while. We saw some of him with the first Trigor buffing stuff, but kind of fell out of favor. But now he's getting some extra HP, which is nice. So maybe he'll see a little bit more play. Then Zwen getting his Equalizing Strike going from 7 to 5 speed. That is his first skill. Still his most underused skill and probably still not the most useful, but we'll take it. Not a bad thing at all. And then one of my other favorite ones here, Captain Hook Tusk. So this is really exciting. I think Hook Tusk's ability was way too slow before. It used to be 7, and now it is 2. That is very, very significant for a ability that swaps the role of a mercenary. Because the whole point of swapping a role a lot of the time is going to be trying to get an advantage by being able to crit them with something else. So this is a really, really nice change. And 0 speed with Edwin, also really nice. So I really like that change. And then last but not least, we have Uther getting another buff. He got one last time around, but it didn't seem to do a lot for him. But now his Blessing of Protection is going from 3 speed to 1 speed. That is his ability where he restores 14 health to a friendly character and gives them taunt. I like this. Uther has never been that great of a character, and maybe this will give him a little bit more utility. So those are all of our buffs here. We got, let's see how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buffs, I believe. Yeah, 8 buffs. So honestly, all around, pretty good changes. Do I still think there should be some nerfs? Yes, I do. And I'll probably talk about that later on in a different video. But TLDR, nerf Val, nerf Lock, nerf Trigor. But they're not dominating the meta quite as much as they were before with the addition of these new characters. And I do think particularly the Yulon change alone is going to help with Valeera quite a bit. So I really like these changes. I'm pretty happy about them. This is honestly more than I was expecting we would get. So yeah, really great. Bug fixes, let's see. Doesn't seem... So we did fix bug causing Reno's treasure inspector equipment to occasionally have no effect. That's nice. And then Zajara's Upstart Acolyte equipment freeze will no longer trigger if the entire enemy board is already frozen. This will be a temporary fix until the effect can be updated to read the first time a friendly character is frozen, freeze a random enemy. So if you haven't heard, there was some kind of way to get infinitely repeating freezes or something like that. So this is just a temporary fix to kind of help out with that. There are still bugs for a bunch of these other characters, but we did get some information about that. Typically, a lot of these bug fixes that have been done, they don't make their way into balance changes, but they will be coming in the next major Hearthstone patch. So probably not in the super distant future, but we will have to wait a little bit longer for those. Just wanted to give people a heads up about that. But it is nice that we did get that one for Reno and the freeze one snuck in there. So yeah, really kind of happy with these changes. It's better than I expected, and I'm excited to try some of these kind of old mercenaries with, you know, a little bit more power, particularly the ones that have gotten cooldowns going from 1 to 0. That is a very, very significant change for some of these skills. So I'm excited to try them out. So patch is going live today. If you did not already know, it will be live very shortly, if not already. I will have the link in the description for the patch notes if you want to take a look at them yourself and go through all the other stuff. A lot of changes in Constructed and other formats and whatnot. So definitely check those out if that interests you. I'm actually going to be streaming this new patch very shortly here. So I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check the patch out live. I'll probably be streaming it shortly after it goes live. So definitely check that out if you want to see how some of these new abilities do in PvP. But that is going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, do remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.